introduce Dr. Joanie Smoot. And Dr. Joanie, if you will unmute yourself, that would be great.
How's that?
That's perfect. Awesome. Joanie, give me a little bit about you and your background and all, and how you come by the doctor title.
Oh, the doctor title. I have always wanted to help others. That was always it's what I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be some sort of doctor, pharmacist, something like that. And so I was blessed to be able to go. I went to undergrad at Virginia Tech. And through my years at Virginia Tech, I decided something science, something medical related. So from there, I spent my 4 years of graduate school in Atlanta, Georgia. And I went to Mercer University in Atlanta, Georgia, and that's where I got my doctorate in pharmacy. That was 20 years ago. I have since then been practicing at a hospital in Central Virginia, some years as a clinical pharmacist, some years as a staff pharmacist, and I even had a little blip in there because of babies and scheduling and kids that I changed up, and I was a retail pharmacist for a little bit. So I take a lot of pride in being able to say I've touched in a lot of areas, but I've been able to do some speaking, do some helping, teaching. That's my favorite thing, is to help take the good news and share it to others. So Plexus seemed to be a perfect fit with that, because the product, the history, the story, the testimonies, and what Plexus does is such an easy, simple story to share and tell with others.
Well, I agree with you. It is one of the easiest things that I've ever shared. I mean, it's just the passion about the product in general. Tell me about your research on Plexus and how that influenced you in becoming involved in it, and maybe who introduced you to Plexus.
Well, I did a lot of research on the product within the first month or two of hearing about it, because having spent a lot of years in college and always being taught by the book, being taught and shown by the FDA and what's legal and legitimate and what's safe and what's effective, what works and what doesn't work. And I kind of tend to stick by the rules, stick by the book. I spend a lot of time helping talk patients through when they tell me something did or didn't happen for them, or a drug did or didn't do something for them that they were expecting. Everybody's different. Every patient is different. Every story is different. Drugs act differently in every person's body. And I've always been very leery and very skeptical of products, herbals, alternatives, supplements, and things that were not caught under the FDA umbrella. Because the FDA umbrella, to me, with an 8-year degree in pharmacology, that tells me if it's under the FDA umbrella, then it must be okay. It must be great, awesome, safe, and effective, and it's going to do what it says it's going to do when it says it's going to do it. There are other products out there that will still do what they say. They're safe, they're effective. You just don't have the FDA hovering over it, watching it, scrutinizing it, approving it, or even pulling it from the market, because instead of having thousands of people in clinical trials that either got better, didn't, or died from it, kind of like Plexus, we end up having this huge market of testimonials. And we have people all over the country, all over the world, that can come back and throw their story and say, it did this for me, that for me. And Plexus doesn't do the same thing from person to person. It doesn't help each patient the same way. It doesn't react the same way in each person, just like safe and effective drugs.
Right.
But I did look into that a lot before I touched the product. I didn't want to spend my time, energy, efforts on something that was just another fad or another foo-foo product that a bunch of people believed in, but I wanted to see the components. So I did study the components. I did study the ingredients in the Slim, the ingredients in the Accelerator, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't a bunch of junk in there. There wasn't a bunch of stuff in there that interacted with prescription drugs, because I'm all the time helping my customers or helping my ambassadors help their customers to know whether or not this product will interact with their prescription medications. That's the first question I get. I get that question real often with patients' lists of meds. So when they start Plexus, they want to know, is this going to interact with my prescription meds? It's got a clean profile. It's very straightforward and very simple. The products that are in there, what they do, why they're there, and yes, it works.
Very good. Now, you have a personal testimony as well. Both you and your husband, I believe, are on the product, right?
Yes, we are.
Tell me how y'all done.
Okay, well, we both got started. Well, actually, I got started in early September, and it took about a month. For, they say it takes about a month for you to see changes in your body, about 2 months for your closest people to see changes in your body, and then 3 months the world kind of looks and goes, what are you doing? And I want whatever you're doing. Can you share that with me? Right. And within that first month, and I started noticing the extra layer, the extra roll, the muffin top thing, the thing that most women in their 40s we have. It's proof of having healthy babies. My muffin top was gone. I didn't have this layer of jiggle that used to be there, and it wasn't just the muffin top. I lost inches in my waist, my hips, and my thighs, which have always been problem areas for me. I like to exercise. I like to run. I have a hard time fitting them in, and that's another huge benefit to Plexus is that it sticks to plan every day as long as you stick with it every day.
Very true. Very, very true.
Exercise a whole lot. And I know better. I know I should. I knew I should have been, and I would have had more awesome results. But even still, because of the appetite suppression and because of the curbing of the cravings of the sweets, the carbs, the junk, I found myself either wanting less of something or not even wanting certain things. In that first 2 months, I lost 13 pounds. And my husband noticed it, I noticed it, and then he wanted what I was doing. So that was a turning point for us because he didn't need to lose a lot of weight, but he did like that extra layer of fat and jiggle was gone. And I can honestly say it wasn't because I changed and did a whole lot different other than take the product every day. So he jumped in and he lost 10 pounds. So here we were, we both had this great and awesome story. And then, I don't know if this is the time or not, but from there we decided to join up as a team. He joined as an ambassador on my team. And from there we just continued to just add more customers for both of us and add more ambassadors. And we didn't think we were going to do this. I mean, if you had asked me back in July, hey, would you like to join this great company and make a little extra money and sell a weight loss product, my first response would have been, I don't go for stuff like that.
Right.
But I'm so glad, I'm so thankful that I studied it, I looked into it, and then I found that it was safe and effective, and we both jumped in. Yeah.
I think that's great, especially from your point of view as being, somebody who's really researched it from the clinical side of it, that you found it safe and effective. Mm-hmm. What rank are you guys at now? What ambassador ranking are you?
I'm still silver. I'm working on gold right now, and my husband's still working on getting silver. He's got 2 ambassadors. He needs a third one. We need a third ambassador.
Well, maybe you'll get it today.
We're still young. Exactly. We're still young at building. We're still working on reaching weight loss goals. I want to lose another 14 pounds. I've got room for that, and I know I can do that. I'm really looking forward to the weather changing up here in the next 30 days so we get outside and do more. So I'm hoping that'll change up too. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'm hoping that old groundhog doesn't see his shadow tomorrow, and it'll start getting warm. We had a ice storm here in sunny Florida this week, where we were literally trapped in our houses and everything for 2 days and everything. Everybody cracks up about that because they're like, "What do you mean?" But it's not happening. That doesn't happen here. So
no,
we are ready to get outside and do a little exercising and gardening and stuff like that. As far as your business goes, how are you guys building? Are you sharing on Facebook? Are you sharing person to person? How's that going?
Yeah, we learned a whole lot within the first couple of weeks. We joined up on one of Eric Worre's network marketing, one of his webinars, one of his seminar things. Joined up on that and learned a lot about network marketing and how to do it and how not to do it. Because again, that's another thing to be skeptical about. That's another thing to look at and kind of shy away from and step back. And we don't want to turn people away. I don't want to turn someone away with the selling side of something. I want to share it with them. And if it means I share a different prescription drug with them, if they're having issues with a prescription on their medication list, and I can share with them another drug that might work better or another drug that has a better side effect profile, then I'm going to share with them, hey, why don't you discuss with your doctor that we take away this drug and add this drug, and you may have totally different side effects and a totally different outcome. Plexus is the same way with us. We'd like to be able to share with them that because, and in a way, I'm an example that you don't have to change your diet or your exercise and you still get great results. In a way, that's good to share with people, but kind of sometimes I'm a little ashamed to say I did it that way. But you know, it was October, November, and then December came, and I completely maintained my same weight the whole month from Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I'm so proud of it. Who can say that? Who
Absolutely.
can say that because of the pink drink every day, I maintained my weight, didn't gain a pound the whole holiday? I mean, that is fabulous. You can't do that normally without some kind of special assistance. So that was my special assistance for the holidays. We back to the network marketing thing. We don't want to sell it to people. We want to share it with them. We want to meet people with an answer to something that they're having an issue with right now. If they say they're having an issue with weight loss, or they say they have an issue with emotional eating or out of control binge eating, or they've tried every diet on the planet, because I've done that. You know, I've done Jenny Craig, and I spent thousands of dollars with that. I did not like living in the Jenny Craig box, literally. I had Jenny Craig food in my house. I had to cook for my family, then I had to eat my Jenny Craig. And I didn't lose a whole lot of weight on that because I felt restricted. I felt in a box, kind of. I did the Weight Watchers thing, and I found that was again, kind of restricting. You have to keep track. You have to keep your points. You have to keep your diary, kind of. You have to check in. You know, I mean, accountability is a great thing, but I've tried the Atkins plan. The Atkins plan, restricting you with what food you can or can't eat. I've tried the Sugar Busters plan. I've tried the Slim Fast plan. I mean, living on a liquid diet is no way to live. None of those regimens. It is a liquid diet. Yeah. But we do that in the hospital. You put a tube up somebody's nose and put them on a liquid diet. That is no way to live, unless that's absolutely, you know, as a last resort. Those are not healthy, nutritional ways to live every day. And what we can share with people is that Plexus gives you one simple, very easy drink mix that you're going to put in your water bottle. You already have your water bottle for the day. I mean, everybody should have one. And Plexus also helped me to learn how to drink more water every day, too. But we tell people that with mixing it with your water bottle for the day, once you're done, once you drink your drink, you're done. And that is the most freeing thing to know, that once I've done with my drink in the morning, I don't have any more drugs to take. I don't have anything else I have to add to my plan. I don't have to count any more points. I don't have to total anything else. I don't have to make a special meal. I don't have to drink a special meal. But this one drink right here will help you gain control over what you do for the rest of your day. It helps you to think clearly. It really did help clear up a fogginess. And again, here's another one of those things I hate to admit I had going on. I didn't realize how bad I felt until I felt better. I didn't realize that I had a fogginess going on until the foggy was gone. And I share with people that when you feel better and you can think better, then you make better choices. And I don't eat emotionally anymore now. I don't, sometimes you get so hungry and so shaky and so out of control, you feel like you could eat the tabletop. It's, I'm going to take a bite out of this right now if somebody doesn't give me. So you end up going to the candy machine or the vending machine, or you grab whatever's in the pantry that's quick and easy, and it's usually not the healthiest thing you can grab. With Plexus, we have found that you can think clearly, you're not making crazy choices, and you're able to look at what's in front of you to eat. You can still eat, you can still cook. It's all right there, but you end up making smarter choices. And people, at first, they kind of think, really? Is that really? It really does work that well.
I agree with you. I was always so frustrated by diets. And I said this earlier, the first 3 letters of diet spells die, because I felt like I was going to die, by restricting myself. So I really, really, really like the fact that I could continue to cook and eat with my family the same thing instead of something else. So
you just end up eating less of it, and I end up eating less often. And we all knew all along, eating less, exercising more, those 2 things together, you will lose weight. Well, it's the eating less that became a huge problem for so many people. And Plexus just helps to lay that groundwork, to set your body up. The chemistry of regulating your blood sugar levels is amazing, because unregulated blood sugar levels come with a long list of complications. You've got a long list of complications for low sugar levels, and you've got a long list of complications for high sugar levels. And anybody that ever knows fighting those 2 complications day in and day out, it's a miserable feeling. Whether you've been diagnosed as a diabetic or not, you can live and feel like one and not have the diagnosis. You can live and feel like one and not be on meds for it. And Plexus seems to help, again, level the playing ground, and it can either help you with the diabetes you're fighting, or it may even be able to prevent the diabetes state that's coming on. So
awesome.
that was very impressive.
Awesome. Do me a favor, you were talking about water consumption. Can you address for me how much water people should consume in a day?
Actually, yeah, I can, and it's interesting you should ask me that. You didn't prepare me for that question right there.
Sorry,
that's okay.
You said it.
Yeah, I said it because it's awesome. I did not realize myself 6 months ago that I should be drinking half of my body weight in ounces of water. Okay? So you take 160, you divide it in half, and that was 80. 80 ounces of water. 80 ounces of water is just, to some people, completely unheard of. I mean, some people won't drink 80 ounces of water in a day, because the liter bottle is 30 ounces. Liter bottle, 30 ounces. Almost 3 liter bottles. Who drinks 3 liter bottles of water a day? I mean, really. And and that's just starting with the number 160. What about the patients that their starting number's 200, 250, right. And you cut that number in half, and they, for a minute, you kind of lose them because they go, "There's no way I'll drink that much water." I noticed my first month on Plexus, I was thirsty. And I was thirsty. I really believe I was thirsty for a couple of reasons. Detoxing, and that's a totally separate medical issue, and I think Dr. Miranda does a fabulous job on explaining detoxing. Detoxing, number 1, would be a big reason to be thirsty. Being dehydrated is another reason that most of the people in the country are thirsty, and they don't realize it. Dehydration gets confused with hunger. And that's why, have you ever heard that when you think you're hungry, first thing you should do is drink a big tall glass of water, because more than not, your body's thirstier than it is truly hungry. And if you satisfy the thirst, it's not true. You weren't hungry. You were thirsty, because our body gets really thirsty and really dehydrated real often. So drinking it's hugely important. Knew it all along. Never really tracked it. Never really paid attention to it. I would just mostly drink a liter of water after I came in from running, or after I did some physical type of exercise and I felt thirsty. Then I'd drink my liter. But Plexus made me understand that I needed to be drinking this liter plus another liter every day. Right. No questions asked. It plus my other fluids that I may or may not want. Used to be sweet tea. Don't do sweet tea anymore. I like it unsweetened. Oh my gosh, haven't had a Diet Dr. Pepper in months now. Totally lost the taste for that. I've been drinking Diet Dr. Pepper for 20 years, and
Right.
now I just don't like the taste of it anymore. And I'm fine without it. I've saved a lot of money not drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Drinking tons of water totally makes your body so much healthier because it replenishes your cells. It helps your skin get healthier. You fill your cells, you fill your gut, you fill your GI tract top to bottom. You refill it with plenty of water. The top refilled with water ends up coming into your bloodstream, and then your whole body feels better. You get enough extra good water in the lower half of your GI tract, which means the colon and that end, then that end's going to feel a whole lot better. And it's going to come out feeling better, and it's going to come out healthier and more like it's supposed to. Your skin looks better, your hair looks better, you feel better, you have more energy. In the first month, I was really, really thirsty, and I understood why now, because I was detoxing, and I was also dehydrated because I'd never drank enough water.
Right.
Now that I do, and now that I can tell other people how important it is, at first, they say, you have got to be kidding, because they take their big number and they cut it in half, and oh my gosh, that's a lot of water. But you know, our body is made up, 80% of our body is water. And it's constantly leaving. I mean, it leaves as we breathe, it leaves as we sleep, it leaves as we move, it comes out of our skin, it comes out of every orifice we have. I mean, so you have got to replace that, and that's hugely healthy for people.
I heard an expert say recently that if you get to the point where you feel thirsty, you are already dehydrated.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Well, good. That's good to know. I heard something by an expert that was right. Also, oh gosh, I had a thought a minute ago and I lost it. You guys are not even at home, are you? You are out of town, right?
No, if you could see what I could see right now, because I propped up in front of the light like you told me to. From here, I can see the brand new World Trade Center, just in the skyline, straight out the window where I am. World Trade Center, and to the left of us is the Empire State Building, and then over the river will be the Super Bowl tomorrow night.
Oh, cool.
When I'm not home, I'm in New York City, I'm in a hotel room, and the people here have been so wonderful. They treated me like a celebrity today, because I told them I had to do a live webinar in my room. So the housekeeping people have treated us like royalty. They've set us up with this wonderful internet service so that we won't be blipping in and out, and making sure that everything's quiet and everybody. And my husband and kids are gone shopping right now, and I'll hook up with them later.
Well, very cool.
New York City, and here we are, Plexus from New York.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to spend this little bit of time with us today away from your family. And I know that it was a sacrifice whenever I asked you to do it. So I do appreciate you taking that time away from the family and everything. Have fun on your trip this weekend. I'm sure you're going to.
We are. We're going to have a blast.
Well, I appreciate it. I know everybody else does. I love hearing the expert side from you, and we look forward to having you on a summit in the near future.
Oh, thank you so much. I felt like we didn't talk enough diabetes today.
I know. We will get to it. We've got such a schedule today.
It's because it is such a huge impact on what this product can do for people, and the disease is really a nasty disease. And I think we could we could impact a lot of people and make their lives so much better. Just to add this to what they might be doing currently, and then give it the time. You know, give it a month, give it 2 months. Yes, the weight loss is fabulous, but the other things that this product does internally, just if it teaches you to drink more water, I mean, that right there is so healthy. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me chit-chat today from New York City. It was fun.
Thank you so much for being with us, and I hope maybe you get to hear a little bit of it today, or maybe on the recorded part.
Yep, we've been watching it all morning in the room. Yes, we have.
I'm not sure if the family appreciates that or not, but oh well.
They are very educated now. They know everything they need to know. They don't need mom and dad to talk about it anymore for a while.
Great. Well, have a good one. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was Dr. Joanie Smoot, clinical pharmacist. So we thank her for being on with us. Want to do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. Talk about our disclaimer that I need to put up here. This Plexus Virtual Summit is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. The Plexus Virtual Summit, independent ambassadors, and Plexus Worldwide do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease and take no responsibility for personal actions taken after the summit. Always consult with your doctor before beginning any diet or exercise program. Most participants in the summit are not medical personnel, and those who are do not know your medical history. So please consult your physician if there are any concerns prior to and during your Plexus journey. All inspirational testimonies, posts, and tips should be considered should not be considered medical advice and are not representative of Plexus Worldwide. They are tips, inspiration, and motivation provided to you based solely on personal results and opinions of the individual speakers and posters.